that will take care of the YouTube piece. All right. For those of you that are new in the room, and we will talk about you in a minute as new people, but you got Burlington bucks. Your Burlington bucks. This is not worth real money, and yet it is Burlington KW Central cash that you can use at our first of the quarter team meeting. So the next one will happen in October, silent auction. So, and look for more items coming to that than 3 or 4. We're looking at like, what does it look like to have like 10 or 15 things so we can kind of spread the love and wealth? Because some of you have some Burlington bucks building up. So last month we had things like a month of free office rent, an agent bill being covered. We had some KW swag, some KW books, right? Different things. So let's see what shows up. And yet that's the first team meeting of every quarter. So the next one's gonna be in October. You should get Burlington bucks for everything you attend event-wise in the training center or up in the market center. So if you're coming to forms training, you're coming to team meetings, you're coming to win-win negotiations on Thursday, that might be a high dollar class. We'll talk more about that class here in a little bit. But they go up to $500. We've seen people have as much as like $8,000 to $10,000 in Burlington bucks in their wallet at any one time. So the more you show up, the more you get rewarded. And some classes are worth more than others. Sometimes you get $5, sometimes you get $500. So Carla's here with Heritage Title today. Marty's here with Sawyer Exterminating today. And when they come up to talk to you, they're going to be given $500 bills to give away to people that participate. So, right? So like we're going to play along, right? We're going to play along. So let's jump into our meeting. We just came back from Mega Camp. Cindy was there with us. Nate Zarzar was there with us. Josh and Robbie and I were there. And if this mission isn't showing up, then check where you are engaging. Because to build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving is everything we were talking about, right, Cindy? Yeah. Like that Mega Camp was exceptional, and we've brought some things back. We'll continue to talk about those things. And yet we're going to talk a little bit today as we have time about the market update that was shared and using AI and what that looks like in today's market and how that can help us as agents. And what does it look like to have a human presence as we show up with AI as a tool to help support us? So all of that, though, helps this mission. We got to hear from the CEO of Stone Point Capital, who is the company that just bought a large, not the majority, but a large share of KW. Corporate, and he was phenomenal and a wealth of knowledge. And so looking forward to bring some of those things to you. But they are all bought into this mission and helping us achieve those things at a high level. I'm gonna jump through these. We got a lot to cover today. Let's jump into some bucket fills. For those of you that don't know what a bucket fill is, this is sharing gratitude or just a point of note about someone else and something they did, whether it was directly affecting you or not, maybe just something you observed. Let's share some bucket fills in the room. Cindy.
On a bucket fill, Kent Piper. He took one of my buyers out while I was gone, and I really appreciate that. I let go. And he took it and ran with it. So we haven't got him under contract, but at least he's really helping me with that part.
Love it.
Thank you.
Can you help Marty find whatever he's looking for?
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Thank you, Kent, for taking care of Cindy.
Hey, I would like to shout out Ms. Margaret, Cindy, and Mike for available and help.
Love it. Who else? What other bucket fills we got? Let's bring some energy up. Let's share some gratitude. We do this on Monday mornings as a leadership team. We share gratitude for something we've experienced, right? Let's share gratitude for others. It's going to help bring that energy to this space, right?
I'll bucket fill Andrew for helping me learn the KPA validation process.
It's big.
It's big. Thanks for bringing me along for the ride and not just skipping it. So. What other bucket fills we got? Oh, Carla.
I wanted to follow
Love it. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Carla. We'll continue to talk about that process. Carla will talk about it and touch on it again today. Remember, Heritage is your business partner in this, in helping you help your clients and serve them at the highest level. And that is what allows us to provide some of the experiences for you, because Heritage partners with us as a partner to provide things like our annual awards brunch. That is a tradition we talked about this morning with the person we were interviewing that you all love dearly, and the holiday party, other things that happen throughout the year. They help sponsor those things through the partnership. So those things happen because you as agents honor the referral process. So Carla will talk about that again today, and we'll continue to talk about that. Any other bucket fills? Yes, Sherry. Come on.
I would like to thank Rivers and Giles for all their support with me doing the studying and everything. And then I'd like to thank Mike for bearing with me this morning when we were Zoom bombed. If no one has ever heard of that.
Oh, goodness.
It's real, right, Mike?
Yeah, more real than you think.
What does that mean?
Zoom bomb.
We got bombed by a not so friendly site.
Some inappropriate.
While we were on a Zoom call.
So like people access your Zoom and like jump into your Zoom room. They find your Zoom link and jump in, and things inappropriately can be shared. So make sure your security settings are checked, that people have to put a passcode in or it's a secure link, because it can happen. Yeah, so
It was not great.
bless y'all. And it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. All right. Anybody else? Going once. Going twice. Okay. Let's talk about some birthdays. There's some that have happened and some that are coming up. Janice Akins, Laura Emerson, Julia Coffey, Melissa White, Roger Abbott, Monica Faulkner, Stacy Rogers in the room coming up. When is it? 29th, next week. Cheryl Rodriguez, Holden Hayes, Thompson Guerin, Talisha Mullins, and Noah Waller. Happy birthday. August work anniversaries. These are people that have been with us for a year or more. Some of these people have been here for 15 plus years. Talisha Mullins, Jamie Hairston, Randy Kozlowski, Ursula P., Holden Hayes, Karen Ward was in the house. I think she ran to grab something from Marty. Kurt Barlow, Dreama Howard, and Chris Anderson, all celebrating work anniversaries with KW in the month of August. So thank you for taking another trip around the sun with us. August newcomers, Joe Winstead in the back here, and Jonathan Hyatt, who isn't with us today. We will formally introduce them next month. Yet August newcomers so far, we have Donna Marie Anderson and Sherry Harrell back here. So welcome. Who's that singer? I don't know. I don't pick these things. Guns N' Roses. Okay. Axl Rose. There you go. Joe knew. Joe knew. It was appropriate. Joe knew. Joe knew. All right. The Extra Mile Award. This has become a fun award that is given by the person that received it before. So this is something that is recognizing someone for going the extra mile. They've gone above and beyond in representing the KW culture. And it's been going on, I think this is month 6 or 7 maybe since we started this. And it's gone around. I don't think we've had anybody repeat yet, and we're still not there yet. There's plenty of you. But thank you for continuing to show up in that and represent the extra mile in a big way. And I think, Kim, you're giving away the next extra mile. So.
So I wanted to thank Josh for giving this to me. And as I thought about the next person, and it wasn't hard at all when I thought about this, but I had to write this because I didn't want it just to be a mess for me saying it. But when I think about what second mile means, second mile service between coworkers means going above and beyond what's expected in your interactions in support of your colleagues. It's about proactively looking for ways to help, anticipating needs, and creating a positive and supportive work environment. It's about building a culture of teamwork and mutual support rather than just fulfilling your job duties. providing a listening ear, offering encouragement, or celebrating a coworker's success. Matthew 5, verse 41 and 42 says this, whoever forces you to go 1 mile, go with him 2. Give to him who asks of you, and do not turn away from him who wants to borrow from you. When I thought about the meaning of second mile service, I immediately knew this person was a true example of it. This person is a true definition of working hard and still has the time to support those in need. It is a blessing to not only work with this person, but get to call them a friend that I know will have my back. This person wants to see all agents succeed and will help them to do so. I am honored to say that this award goes to Ms. Margaret McCann. The queen of real estate.
I don't wear a lot of red, y'all.
That's all right. All right.
Still run.
That's right. That's right. I love it. I love it. Awesome.
Oh, my
And
gosh.
you get a little baby shoe.
And you get a baby shoe to remember.
Oh, yeah, that'll help a whole bunch.
Yeah.
I've got, actually, I need about 19 of these. Is that-
Okay. Okay. We can work on that.
Yeah. That's the great grand.
The great grands, they all need one.
Well, thank you.
That's all those.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out who you was talking about. I appreciate this. Thank you so much.
I love it. I love it. Congrats, Margaret. And Margaret will get to come back next month and pick the next person to get the Extra Mile Award. So thank you for that, Kim. And continuing that tradition, we have no input in that as a team, y'all. It's that person picks who the next person is. So it happens to be that a lot of the leadership team has gotten it, and yet I think we're through almost everybody on the leadership team. So yeah, it's going to keep going. I love it. I love it. Let's continue to celebrate some people. We've got some cappers. I believe we had 5 last month. I know at least 2 of them are in the room. Heather Bouchelon capped. Sherry Clayton capped. Beth and Pete Glidewell. Perfect timing, Beth. Here's your capper box with your capper award. Yeah. So Patricia Roberts. Sorry, I think it was 6. I said 5. Emily Russell. And Sam Wackerhagen. Give him a hard time. I don't know why his face is not back on the wall yet upstairs, but you know, he's giving me a hard time about it. We're going to get that fixed today. First transactions, Katrina Roush. And Sonia Lassiter. And then we jump into top agent awards. Now, I made a little tweak this month because the way the report comes to us from corporate, they separate individuals from what we call an individual team. Individual team being someone that has an admin that is dedicated to supporting them, right? So like, that's not Chris. That doesn't mean Chris is supporting you. Chris is dedicated to supporting you, but she's not solely dedicated to one agent, right? She works for multiple agents. So you're considered an individual team if you have an admin that is supporting you solely. Does that make sense? Right? And that's the way the system runs it and works it. So there's such a disparity every month. We wanted to make sure that we're recognizing the individuals that don't have that extra layer of dedicated sole support. So top producers, 3rd top producer in the solo agent category, Gary Riniger, with just shy of $1 million, still crushing it, making it happen. He does have admin support, just not a person that's solely dedicated to him. So if you're questioning why. Amanda Lynn Cannon, $1.263 million. I think most of that was one closing too. Like she had a big one, a biggest one of her career. It's the season of that. Jim had his biggest one last month in June. So And Sam just had his. That's this month, right? So like we'll see August, he'll be up there. He'll be up there. And then the top producer in the solo agent category was Daniel Ravigno with 1.62 million. And that was one transaction as well, right? So like, look at this. Y'all are the month of big deals. All right. Top solo team or top individual team. This is the third top is Dudley Realty Group. Cindy Dudley, 1.914 million.
You know, I have no team member.
But you still have a dedicated person. I know, but I know this is where it gets sticky.
Whatever, it doesn't matter to me.
Second, Christy Donaldson, Triad the Triangle, 2.17 million. Welcome back from maternity leave. I know Christy's happy to have you back. And top individual team, Hey Christy May Real Estate with 4 million. She was number 8 for the region. I think it was number 8, right, Robbie? 7. It was 7. I think somewhere I saw 8. It must have changed from the one to the next or something, but all good. All good. Top team, second top sales team, Gladwell Properties, 330,000. And top producing team, remember teams are 2 producing agents. It can be a spouse team, but it's 2 producing agents. They might or might not have an admin, but there's only 2 people writing business. Top producing team is Patricia Roberts with Delta Homes. That is not her team. 1.3 million. You can tell we're missing our admin support because Andrew forgot to replace one photo. Yeah, I was like, well, that's gonna happen. Top producing groups, third top producing group. It's always a race to see who's at the top. Judy Weinstock with 2.319 million. And this admin couldn't find the photo of the Weinstock team this month. So second top producing group, the Melissa White team with 2.45 million. And top producing group this month was Rachel Z with 3.46 million. All right. Next up is Carla with Heritage Title. So Carla's going to come spend a couple minutes with us talking about title monitoring versus owner title. You also have sheets on your table, and she'll run over the referral process with you real quick, too.
Absolutely. And
Yes, and I'll give you the mic. I know.
sorry. Does that work? Hopefully.
I think it'll work. It's tucked behind, so let's
Other way
see if I
around.
can flip it real quick.
I got it.
There you go.
Here we go. Can't see up close. Sorry, guys. Just a couple things for you guys today. I try to talk about this about once a year because I always get these phone calls about, is it worth getting title monitoring? And I know you guys can read, and what I wanted to point out to you guys is down at the bottom, there's a comparison chart between title monitoring and title insurance. For those of you who've never heard about title monitoring, because there's some new faces in here today, basically LifeLock and a couple other companies, and even your homeowner's insurance might include title monitoring. And a lot of times if it's part of your homeowner's insurance, they don't charge extra for it. But what we're trying to get the word out about to you guys is that 86 of our 100 counties now provide free title monitoring for your clients. So this week, after today's meeting, we're going to post it in your internal Facebook page, a sheet that has a link, and then we're going to also email it to the office so it'll be hot links that you guys can share with your clients. This is a free piece of marketing that you can send to them that is something that really helps them out. There's been so much fraud, so much forgery. I mean, we've had several cases in Wilmington of the land fraud, land schemes, where literally it was 100% loss because it was fake sellers. And the cops showed up on the doorstep of the agent the day after closing because neighbors basically called the cops on the new owners. So guys, it's really happening. real agents who I know. Fortunately, they were not heritage titled orders, but it happens. So if you want to get your client free title monitoring, which they have to go and sign up for, but this is what these links take them to, is to the county websites. If you work, I think most of the counties around here are on the list. There's just some very small counties in the West that don't have it yet. This is something that everyone needs to sign up for, and especially if you have clients with investment properties where they're not there every day. If they have places, the beach or the mountains or both, whatever, just have them sign up for it, because it sends them an immediate email when something's recorded against their property. And the great thing about that is that then they can go and investigate what it is. So, and it's free. Title monitoring usually is a fee with other services like LifeLock. This is free. So we want to make sure that you guys understand title monitoring is just a service. So if anything goes wrong, though, they don't really do anything to fix the problem. Whereas if there is a client who has bought title insurance on their new home, which hopefully they all are doing, and they're getting that enhanced policy that we talk about, there is some post-policy forgery coverage in that enhanced policy. So if you're selling a 1 in 4 family, and you should be making sure that you're talking to your clients. I know Carter Law is defaulting to the enhanced policy now. So literally your client has to go down to not get it. And I mean, most people are like, for the extra 20%, which around here is a couple $100 maybe at tops. And if they get the reissue discount, it will basically be a wash. Your client should be getting that enhanced policy to make sure they have coverage. And we actually come in and provide, like, what it happens with title insurance is, if there's a claim, we either go to court for you and pay the attorney fees on that claim, or we pay it straight out because we can see on the surface that it's a legit claim. So that's really the difference between the two that you need to remember. You can't have one or the other. You definitely need title insurance, and then the title monitoring is optional. So if you'll go to the next slide.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got the thing. My bad. Sorry. And this is what I was talking about with the cost. Title insurance is a one-time fee. You pay it when you buy the property for owner's coverage, and it lasts the entire lifetime. This is the little chart I was talking about. Take a gander at that for me down the bottom. But what I really want, video's gone. Oh, you're kidding. Dang it. Okay. Darn it. I was really hoping to talk. So I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but look it up if you haven't seen it. This is a crazy in Wake County that's happened over the last year. So if you guys get news from the Triangle, so it's actually a 220 agent out of the Raleigh office had this, sold this house to this guy who's a dentist. It's an over $4 million property in North Raleigh. He had the strangest thing happen. He got a call from his HOA saying that a new owner was trying to get access to the gated neighborhood, and they called him because they have him down as the owner. Well, he's still the owner. This person, who's a member of they call themselves the sovereign citizens. They don't believe that the laws of the United States apply to them. And she's recorded over 35 deeds in Wake County trying to take ownership of properties that she does not own. And she makes up stories about why she can claim ownership. She said this one was in foreclosure. And so I don't know if you guys know this, but the land records office at the county, they record, as long as something is in a recordable format, 8.5 by 11, they will record whatever. They are not there to be the police as to whether what they're recording is legit or not. So they had no recourse when she comes in there to record these deeds. So the issue is this. Chris Mann, who works for Mann, McGibney, and Jordan, wrote a really good Facebook post about this when it happened. So if you guys don't follow Chris Mann, I would follow him just for his weekly legal stories. He commented on this because this gentleman actually had to call the police, file a criminal complaint against her for fraud. She's currently in jail because she couldn't make bail. So this had turned into a criminal matter. So these things are really happening out there. And Mary Lauren and I did a search, and there were like 35 deeds this woman has recorded. Across. You can't, but you can't. It's not their job. And we actually had Tammy, I forgot her last Brewer, I think it's her last name, who's the registrar, come in and talk to us. And this is one of the things she talked to us about at the Wake County Real Property Lawyers Association. And they can't do anything about it. They literally have to record this stuff. So when you go to do a closing though, and this shows up when they do the title search, it won't really impact what you're doing because they'll know it's fraudulent. But he was able to go after her from a criminal matter, and he also is going to sue her probably civilly. She just doesn't have any money, though, so it may not be worth it. So just be aware that there's some interesting people in the world who have a lot of time on their hands, and they're doing some crazy things that may impact your title or not. So just be aware and have your clients be prepared. And if you have any questions, you can always call me. Then just briefly, I don't have a slide on it, but just to remind you guys, every time I'm here, I like to try to talk about our referral process. It's so easy. Every single time you have a ratified contract for a new buyer who's buying a property, all you have to do is email us on that same email that you're sending to the closing attorney. And if you guys want to write it on here and add it to this little notepad that I gave y'all, it's just info with the same heritagetitleLLC.com. You just have to CC us and put a one-liner in there that says the buyer has selected Heritage Title. And then we will get the email. Mary Lauren looks the same day to see if we have that prior policy. If we have it, we send it right to the attorney. They give your client the reissue discount, which is up to 50%. We had a client last year save over $2,000 on a $2 million new policy because it was such a new policy. It was a huge discount. And info@heritagetitleLLC.com, CC us. We'll look for that prior. We'll provide it. You then can tell your client, because we can let you know how much they're saving, and then you guys look like the hero because you just saved your client money. And the attorneys are really, really grateful for us for doing this up front because then they know they don't have to do a full search and they can tack on to our prior policy. So it saves your client money, it saves them time, and everybody's happy. And you guys look like the heroes. So please do that. We, especially if you guys. This month, y'all used a ton of new attorneys that I had never even seen before. And so it makes it really difficult if they don't know who we are. So introduce us in those situations and, make sure that they know who we are in those kind of, if they're not local here, please introduce us. That's the only thing I would ask. So thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. It was good to see y'all. And thanks for being here.
All right. Carla talked about what two things? Title what versus title what?
Title monitoring versus title insurance.
I think I heard it out of Beth's mouth first. She was just really quiet in the back. How many counties are now providing?
86.
That was a mandolin. It was 86. All right. A couple of announcements, and then we're going to dive into some market update things. Win-win negotiations. You got an invite to this for Thursday from 10 to 2. I think there's about 15 of you that have said yes so far. If you're not yet planning to be here, you should plan to be here. Corey Sherman is coming in from Durham. He's a mega agent in Durham. He is on the track to become a Keller Williams University faculty member. So 1, he needs your support. 2, he's really good in the room. 3, he has run a team. He knows how negotiations work and has been an agent for a long time and wants to bring that to you. So in today's market, are we negotiating more than ever?
Yes.
When do negotiations start? At the listing table, right? At the listing appointment, you're already negotiating. You're negotiating for how you're going to get paid, right? You're negotiating with them on what price they're going to list the home at. This isn't just how do we win with buyers, right? This is any type of negotiation throughout the entire process. This is a 4-hour class. Lunch is provided. So come join us on, it says Wednesday. It's Thursday.
It's Thursday.
Welcome again. The date is right. The day of the week is wrong. I didn't catch that one.
Thursday, August 21st.
Y'all, again, we're getting there.
Details.
My virtual assistant did this one. He'll be highly upset with himself. And it is Thursday. It is a day different. Yes, it is he is a whole 12 hours ahead of us. So it could be why. Thursday the 21st. You have an invite on your calendar. It's also correct in the week ahead on the day of the week in which it's happening. It's just wrong on the one slide. KW and the Canva partnership. They were on stage at Mega Camp last week. I know everybody wants a date. We don't have a date yet. They promised us a date as soon as possible. There's some really cool tools coming with what they're bringing in Canva. So I know everybody wants a date. We're screaming for a date. As soon as we know, we'll let you know. We believe because of the voice it got from the stage that it should be soon, as in this quarter. Can't guarantee that. That's what we believe. Command updates. One quick thing to notice in Command, if you haven't, we've talked a lot about AI. I think we've had an AI class almost every month for the last several months. AI is now integrated into Command. This is a closed loop artificial intelligence, meaning it only exists inside the Command ecosystem, and it is not informed by anything outside the Command ecosystem, but it's called Qwiic, K-W-I-Q. If you log into Command, anything you're having a problem with, something you have a question about doing, you can go click on that button and you can ask it a question. It has been fed all the knowledge that your Market Center tech trainers have, along with everything the tech team has fed it. It should be able to get you in the direction of an answer anytime you're running into anything inside of the Command platform. So if you've never submitted a commission request before, you can go to Qwiic and say commission request. It should give you a step-by-step how to do that. So know that that's a tool there for you. It's an extra level of support beyond the leadership team and specifically Daniel. Bold. It's not coming in August, but it is coming in September. I believe it's Wednesday, September 23rd. If I remember right, I'll get the dates out to you. I have.
That's the 23rd, Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday then. It might be on a Tuesday. It's Tuesday the 23rd, I believe. Hudson Warren is your bold coach for final bold of the season, launching September. Again, it's that week. I believe it's Tuesday. I've checked out of the calendar the last 2 weeks of September because Andrew's going to enjoy a vacation in Bali. So I will not be at First Step to Bold with you. And yet Hudson is coming in from Florida. I've worked with Hudson when I was a bold coach. And honestly, I believe, and I say this not being on the team now, I do not get paid to say this. I believe he is the best coach on the entire bold team. Hudson Warren, passionate, wonderful human. He and his husband have adopted 6 children and probably like 15 animals over the last 4 or 5 years that I've known him. Absolutely wonderful human, passionate about you and you achieving big things. His rooms, when I was a coach, received the best results as a room, meaning they were closing the most deals in the 6 weeks in the room together with him. This will be in Kernersville. So Kernersville is hosting. So you would have to go to Kernersville for this bold. We're just participating with them.
How many weeks is it?
6. 6 weeks, and there's no skip week. So that week of September 23rd, you'll be done before Halloween.
And how much is it?
$7.99. Price has not changed in 16 years, regardless of inflation, which we'll talk about in a minute. The Rookie Real Estate Agent, we're not going to watch the video on this, but you can pre-order your copy on Keller Inc. We will also have them in the office for you to buy as well. Whether you're a new agent or an experienced agent, phenomenal resource. I got a pre-release copy, and it is a wonderful book. Jay did a great job putting it together. This is the first one you'll notice Gary's name is not on. I think he might be a little bitter about that, but Jay did a wonderful job. And it really, for those of you that have read The Millionaire Real Estate Agent, or you look at it and just get overwhelmed, this is the book for you. Because it takes out all those things that are like for the future, and it helps you with what you need today. So if you're like, the MREA, the red book scares me, let's try this one, the RREA. The yellow book. It's actually gray.
Oh, okay.
It's a gray book with yellow highlight. Yeah. We're gonna, so it is, I didn't even see it at the Red Label store. They probably sold out so fast. Oh, I missed it. All right. So it might be available now on kellerinc.com or the Red Label store. Market update. We're not going to dive into every slide at the depth that Gary and team did. And yet I thought there were some important things to highlight from a national market update perspective for us as a local market. So the U.S. economy, there's one way to look at it, and it primarily all comes back to inflation and unemployment, right? They're the two primary things we talk about. We could dive into government policy certainty versus cost of money versus the tariffs versus the GDP. But at the end of the day, it all comes back to and unemployment. So we'll look at those two factors. Keep going. You can also download all of these. They're all available for you at Command Connect. Click the Connect button at the top. Find MegaCamp 2025 in the list, and these slides are available for you to download. GDP, I'm going to look for. What do we notice? Unemployment is what? It's still low, and yet it's going up. Here's the challenge. You'll see on this screen, job openings are in yellow or gold. Unemployed are in green. Look how close they are. What do you notice? There's more jobs than there are people currently looking for jobs. And yet, and right, they're not looking. I heard that, right? Now, this is people that are classified as unemployed. There are well more than 7 million people in the United States that are not employed, whether they're stay-at-home individuals, they're on some type of other income, or retired. And yet, these are the people actively in the unemployment system. There's 7 million. Jobs are becoming more and more and more competitive because they're really good jobs that the people do want, that they are looking for. There's not very many of them, right? And yet we're seeing an increase. What we're going to start seeing, though, what we believe we're going to start seeing is that number is going to cross paths, and we're going to see more people unemployed than job openings in the near future. It's happened before. It can happen again. Inflation is what? It's actually going down. So we're projected in 2026 to hit right around that 2.3, 2.4%. And that's where we want to be. That target is that 2% line. Right? So we want to be as close to that 2% line as possible. You can see that post 08, what did we do? We largely danced around it and went under it. What does that mean to us? Interest rates are coming down, which means cost of money is more affordable. Right? You're going to notice when we look at affordability of housing, what that looks like right now, what we're experiencing coming off of all-time high inflation in most of our lifetimes and definitely in most of our real estate careers. Home sales on an annual basis. Now, this is an annual projection. Last year, we finished at 4.1 million. The year before, we were at 4.1 million. We're projecting right now 4.2 million. Is the market as bad as everybody says it is? Many of you were in the room and were agents last year. Did most of you have a good year last year? There's going to be the same number of sales or a little bit more this year is what we're projecting, right? There's still opportunity out there. So we're going to level out. We're thinking right around that 4.15 million. We're not sure. There's still a couple people projecting that the end of the year is going to tank and we'll be under 4 million. We don't know, right? It's not to create scarcity. It's just to say, let's plan for the future, right? Let's go do the activities now to ensure that whatever deals do happen in Q4, you're the one to get them. Home sales on a monthly basis. Now, these are seasonally adjusted. What do we see? Very similar. There's nothing crazy happening. Now, we'll see what July, August, September come out to look like, because what just happened to interest rates? They just dropped, right? So should we see more mortgage applications happening? Yes, right. And we should continue to see rates come down. This is the entire United States, yes. And this is in millions. This is projected. So like at the end of June, we were projected to end the year at 3.93 million. By the end of the year, we're projected to end over 4. This one is always interesting. It's accelerating, but is it accelerating beyond what we would expect? Not really. we're still about that 3 to 4% year over year, which is what we want to see, right? We want to see 3 to 4% year over year. What happened though that caused us to be so far above the line? COVID happened, right? Low interest rates happened. It drove the prices of homes up because everything was ultra competitive. I know some of you in the room are going like, Andrew, we know this. And some of you are in the room and like, I don't know this at all because I've never heard this before. So as we look at last year, we ended 9.9% above the trend. This year, we're projecting 8.3% above the trend. What's happening? Someone was saying something. What'd you say, Emily? It's slowing slightly. Is that a good thing? Yes, it's going to put us closer to the trend line. We want to get back to this trend line. This is that 4% year over year trend line that we want to see. What happened is after 08, we dipped below the trend line. Right? Houses were way more affordable for a long period of time under the trend line. It was very much a buyer's market. Right? And now we're seeing it come above the line because of COVID, right? We corrected and then we overcorrected slightly. And now we're starting to come back towards that trend line. Does that make sense? Anybody have any questions on this slide? However, should this slide be in every one of your listing presentations? As long as you can explain it. And if you can't explain it, if you can't explain it, ask one of us because we can help you explain it. And yet some people think that their house should be priced way above, right? And this can help them understand what happened 5 years ago, right? A buyer presentation too, right? What are they walking into? And yet is now still the best time in current history to buy a house. Yeah. When was the best time to buy a house? Yesterday. When's the next best time? Right now. Right, 2009, right? Depending if you had the money or not, right?
Actually 11.
Yeah, 10, 11, 12 would have been the best in this example, or 35 years ago, right? Inventory monthly, what does this tell us? Inventory's up. What are we heading into? What type of market? Balanced, more balanced than ever. How many of you in this room have ever experienced a balanced market? There's only a handful of you, right? And and how long does a balanced market last for those of you that experienced it? About a minute, right? Because it's either going to go back the way it just came from or it's going to pendulum swing the other way, right? Think about a pendulum swing. When's it moving the fastest? At the bottom, right? It's swinging back out and then it slowly comes back and then it swings back out. It slowly comes back. That's what we're experiencing right now. We're headed into a balanced market. This is another slide that's interesting. What's the current percentage of new homes on the market here?
50.
We're at 50, 55?
Depending on the week.
Okay.
And if you look at the pendings too, like how many are closed, how much are pending.
So
I can track
we have a lot of new construction starts in our market. Who knows what that dotted line means? Yes, it's a long-term average, but how many homes do we need to start every year? Well, this is in millions. Or this is in thousands, yes. So it's a million, right? Nationally, we need to start 1 million new homes every year. When's the last time we started 1 million new homes? 2022. Before that, 2021. And before that, it was 07. So what do you think we have a shortage of? Homes, which has created the market we live in. Now, locally, we have plenty of new homes. There are spots in the nation that don't have enough new homes. We need to be starting more than 1 million to recover what we lost in 08. And this is to cover the need for teardowns and new families. New family units being created and teardowns that need to be rebuilt or damaged because of hurricanes or fires or whatever is happening, right? We need 1 million new starts a year just to stay where we're at. We need 1 million plus to recover from the lost decade, as Gary calls it, after the 08 downfall. Mortgage rates. Are mortgage rates high, y'all?
No.
No. For those of you that are new to the business, you might think they're high if you haven't done your research.
Or those of you with a 3%.
Or those of you that have a 3% mortgage rate on your current mortgage.
This is a great slide for buyer agent, present for your buyer presentation.
When those buyers are going, interest rates are too high. Yes, Emily.
Can you share these slides with us?
They're in Connect.
Oh, they're in here.
So if you go to Command, go to Connect, scroll all the way down, you'll find events. There's Mega Camp 2025. They're right there. Yep. That way you can pick and choose what you want. It's a PDF in there. Every one of these slides is in there. There's 27 slides. My challenge to all of y'all is if you're going to use them, know how to explain them. If you don't know how to explain them, ask someone that does know how to explain them to help you. If you look at this, the historical average, let me get the colors right. The top dotted line, that's from 1972 to 2023. The historical average is 7.72. If we go from 90 to 2023, it's 6%. So we're slightly above the 30-year trend. We're well below the 50-year trend. How many of you would have wanted to be selling a house in 1981 when it was 16.63%?
We did. It just came to a stop.
Right. The market.
If the seller would not take a mortgage to sell, nobody, because I remember that very distinctly. I was with Johnny Brick Hunter and Associates in Greensboro, and it topped out at 18% locally, and the phone just stopped.
Right. Y'all, we're not there.
No.
The market hasn't stopped. Interest rates are still affordable. Prices are leveling out. Gary believes, now he said it'll happen or it won't, so does he really believe it? But he's betting on it, that by this time next year, we should start to see what we feel is a little more normal again. Right, we got about a year left of this, what he's been calling winter. He's been calling it winter for about 3.5 years now. Winter's coming. About 2 years ago, he said winter's here. Right now, he's saying we have about a year left of winter. So if you've been feeling it, you got about a year left of it. Keep your head down and keep doing your thing. Double down on your activities. You'll be fine. You've got to survive for the next year if you're not thriving already. If you don't know how to do that, come see me or the coaching team or anybody else on the leadership team. We'll do everything we can to help you. Mortgage rates monthly, you can see last year in October, we were at 7.62 nationally. In July, we were at 6.72, and we've already seen a tick down this month, closer to that 6.5-ish. Right. This is an interesting slide. What does affordability mean? It's percentage of income for principal and interest. So if you're making $10,000 a month as a buyer, that means you're spending $3,300 a month, 33% of your income to buy a home right now in today's market. What does that mean? Affordability is at almost an all-time high. Only second to 1981 when it was 49%, which Rhonda just told us the market had largely stopped. I mean, the all-time low, you've got 2012 was 17%, 2020 was 18%.
No, I'm saying as far as the affordability, it's bad. It's bad.
Yeah, this is a bad number, right? Like, is it awful? No. I mean, I was raised to the rule of 3, right? You take your income, divide it by 3, that should be your monthly mortgage payment. However, in 2020, people got spoiled because they could buy that same house for $2,000 a month instead of $3,300 a month. See how that graph works? Right, that same $10,000 in income bought a house, the same house, for $1,800 a month in 2020. Right. Today, it's almost double that. These are things to talk about, right? And our rates are double that. which is why the affordability is where it is, right?
And we also saw the cost of housing go up from COVID
Yep.
as well.
Starting.
We saw the recovery
Yeah.
of housing costs,
Yeah.
right? Actually recover where it should have been without the lost decade. So lots of factors, yet we're still not in the worst spot, and we expect that to dip down. You'll see it's coming down. We expect it to get back to that, closer to that 27%, that 50-year trend line. That's where we're anticipating that to land. Method of home purchase. Are you all going to be out of a job anytime soon? No. 88% of people still are buying their home with an agent or a broker. 88%. Right?
And 7% are for sale by owners out there, so be calling those for sale by owners.
That's it. That's it. And go build those builder partnerships, right? 5% of them are being sold directly by the builder. Now, this is a really interesting thing because I've heard some people say AI is going to put us out of a job. This is what buyers say they would prefer in the home buying process. Pink is they would prefer a person. The orange is they would trust the AI tool. And blue is that they would trust both equally. What this says is that in finding a home, which is the first one, that we're at about 77% of people would prefer the person or the person supported by AI. Is AI putting you out of the business anytime soon? However, are the people that are AI supported going to be better to win the client because 29% of people want them backed by AI? Y'all, this doesn't mean AI is writing our contracts. It doesn't mean AI is telling us what to purchase the home for. What it means is we're using AI tools to help us in the process. Whether you realize it or not, AI is here to stay, just like the internet. Right? It's not going anywhere. Let's consider what it looks like to adopt it in some level to help us in the process of helping people buy a home. At the end of the day, one of the things they really talked about heavily at MegaCamp was AI and the human experience. What's important to buyers when working with a professional? On the real estate agent side, 80% want comfort. They want to know that they're comfortable with you, that you're going to take care of them. What does that mean? What is most important? The relationship you have with people, which means where should most of your business be coming from right now? Your sphere. Gary hasn't quit saying it for 50 years. We're not going to quit saying it for another 50. The people you know are most important. It doesn't mean you can't find business other places. You're going to have the best profit margin and the best return when you focus on providing comfort for your sphere of influence. This is the internet revolution versus the AI revolution. This was mind-boggling to me. Investment creates value, speculation creates bubbles. And y'all, this has been adjusted to be the same dollars. Okay? Now this takes a little bit to understand. This is the 8 years of the internet revolution in the pink, from 1995 to 2002. Year one, they invested $2.5 billion in the internet. At year 8, $3 billion, right? And the numbers in between, you can see that years 5 and 6, there was a lot of money invested in the internet. Right around that time, year 5 and 6 is about when the first iPhone was coming out, if that gives you a little bit more context. Now, AI revolution, this is from 2017 to the end of last year. Look at how much money was invested in AI in year one. 71 billion. And last year, 1.54 billion. Is AI going anywhere? No. However, it's going to become a commodity. You see, anytime something launches, we have a little bubble, it dips a little bit, and then it's either going to take mass adoption and it's going to mature, or it's going to drop off. Y'all, AI is following the exact same trend that the internet did. It's not going anywhere. It is finding mass adoption right now. Some of the tools that are being thrown out there aren't going to exist in 10 years. But the ones that rise to the top will mature and have mass adoption. Just like the internet. How many of you remember AOL Instant Messenger? Right? When's the last time you logged into an AOL account at all? Very few of you, right? There might be a handful of people that have had that buyer or seller client that have an AOL account, yet it largely doesn't exist, right? Yet, how many people have a Google email address, a Gmail address? A lot, right? Google's one that rose to the top. It matured. It had mass adoption. The internet has now become a commodity. How many people in the United States live without internet? Very, very few. AI is the same way. Y'all, people are now switching from using search engines like Google and going to AI to start doing their searches. It's now generative search, not search engine optimization. What was that?
ChatGPT, they go in there and search it.
Right. People go to ChatGPT. How many of you have gone to Google and searched something recently and the AI summary pops up before any search returns? Anybody notice that? Right. AI is here to stay, y'all. Don't let that scare you. Do your best to embrace it. That's what we're here to help you do. Right. Use it as you can. So I know I went through those really quickly. I wanted to give you a highlight of some of the things that Gary said at MegaCamp. That is a very, very brief market update. And yet, hopefully, those are helpful things as you go out there and we talk to sellers and we talk to buyers. Those are available for you in Connect. TCPA compliance, I would be remiss if I didn't go over this at every team meeting. Make sure you're abiding by the TCPA compliance laws. That also includes the do not call list and can spam laws, that you have express written permission to communicate with people and that you're not calling people on the do not call list. Y'all, none of us want to pay those fines. If you want examples or proof of that, go talk to Tim Stratton. He'll actually be teaching the class at 12:30 or at 1 o'clock today if you have questions about that, because he himself has experienced some of that and is open to sharing that story. Don't be caught because it can cost you tens of thousands of dollars per infraction. That's for one phone call. If you call 10, it could be hundreds of thousands. And don't say we didn't tell you so. It's recorded. So love y'all, mean it. It's a big deal, y'all. So make sure you're paying attention to it. If you are one of those people using a lead service and people are coming in through a lead service and they're putting their information in and they're on the do not call list, how many days do you have to make contact with them? I got $1,000 in Burlington bucks for the right answer.
18 months?
It's not 18 months.
14
Not 30 days.
90.
Well, you don't get money, and Amanda Lynn said it. It's 90. 90 days, y'all. If you don't make contact with someone on the do not call list that put their information in on an online form, you have 90 days to make contact. If you don't, you can't call them anymore. Keep that in mind. All right, with that, we are right at 12:30, actually a couple minutes past. Today's lunch sponsor is Sawyer Exterminating. Marty, sorry I didn't have a picture of you. I had to go find the mouse. But it's not Marty in the mouse costume. So I think what we'll do, we'll let you all get lunch, come back to your seats, and then Marty will come up and share with us. Does that work, Marty? Okay. Thank you all. Huh? Yeah.